welcome to this week's episode of Living Safe and Empowered. I'm Brett Lechtenberg, and I am the anti-bullying expert who will help you get rid of your bullying problems in 3 days or less. Now, recently I have been asked several times by parents, what is the best age to get their child a smartphone, and is that going to open them up to being the target of a cyberbully? Well, let's address question number one. What's the appropriate age? It depends. And I know that sounds like a cop-out, but it really does depend on the child's circumstances and their level of responsibility. So here's what I did with my oldest son. I walked him to school every day, and as we got through about 4th grade, he started less and less wanting me to walk him to school because there were no other parents in his grade walking their kids to school. So as it came time to take him into 5th grade, I agreed not to walk him to school anymore, and that I assumed that was a good time to get him a smartphone. And I set up a little system with him that he had to text me as soon as he got to school, and right before he left from school to walk back home, he had to text me that he was coming home. And then he had a certain amount of time, from the time he left school to the time he left home, that I had to receive those texts. And he knew that if I didn't get my text or I didn't get a phone call, that I was going to come looking for him. And there was a little embarrassment factor when you think that as a fifth grader that your dad's going to show up at school and come walk you home, or he's going to walk you into class. So that's the system we used. When it became appropriate, he was more than responsible enough. We've never had a problem. He doesn't misuse his texts. We monitor those on a regular basis. And so we had set up a little system for him, and that's what was comfortable for us. May not be comfortable for you, as they say. Your mileage may vary. But I really look at it as 3 things. When they've proven responsibility, when the child understands that no matter what, that they need to answer your text or return a phone call within 2 minutes, otherwise there's going to be repercussions, and when they're going to be away from you, the parent or a trusted guardian, for an extended period of time that makes you uncomfortable. Those are really the 3 qualifications, 3 parameters that I give to people. So, that being said, let's address question number 2. Is it going to open them up to being the target of a cyberbully? Well, the potential is definitely yes. However, I would never take something like a cyberbully to be a factor that keeps me from doing something for my child that I think is in their best interest. I think a smartphone was a good situation for our family at that age, but everybody's different. And it's relatively simple after a cyberbully has made contact with a child, whether it's through text or email or whatever, to block those things to keep them from coming into your child's phone once you're aware of them. So I'm not going to go into detail on how to do that here because I've done it in my books, other videos, articles, how to block those things. So just check it out on the Anti-Cyberbully program. My book's available on Amazon and other places. And just take that into consideration, that just because they may be the target of cyberbully should not stop you from doing something that is in the best interest of your child. Now, I want to talk a little bit in this week's segment about bullying in the news. Unfortunately, we seem to have another bully-related suicide. This was a young girl named Emily Olson. I read this in the Cleveland newspaper, I believe. I could be wrong about that. But young lady that had been experiencing some bullying. Doesn't appear at this time that she left a note specifically saying that, but that's what her parents are stating. So my sincerest condolences to the parents of Emily Olson, and as we get more and more of these things coming in, I sincerely hope that people will begin to take this training them given seriously and really work on their children's personal development and self-esteem, because it is the only real means by which we're going to bring this problem, we're going to dramatically reduce this problem and bring it under control. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a great week. Please share this video with anybody that you think might benefit. Click the link below If you want our free report for parents on how to properly report a bullying problem if it's happening at school, and it will help you categorize and get things under control and give you some peace of mind. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Anti-Bully Program, and be kept up to date on our weekly videos. So that being said, I'm Brett Lechtenberg. Live a safe and empowered day.